Today's topic is a very serious condition of the human brain. It robs its victims' independence, their relationships, and even their ability to live their life, leaving its victims in a dark space for the rest of their life. Worldwide, around 55 million people have dementia, with over 60% living in low and middle income countries. As the proportion of older people in the population is increasing in nearly every country, this number is expected to rise to 78 million in 2030 and 139 million in 2050. In the UK, it is estimated that around 900,000 people are living with dementia, and by 2050, it is estimated that this number will grow to around 1.5 million, whereas an estimated 6.5 million Americans aged 65 and over are living with dementia, and this number will double by 2050. Dementia can affect a person at any age, but it's more common in people over the age of 65. There are over 200 subtypes of dementia. The most common are Alzheimer's disease, vascular dementia, Lewy body dementia, frontotemporal dementia, and mixed dementia. Dementia is an umbrella term for various progressive conditions affecting the brain. Each type of dementia stops a person's brain cells from working properly in specific areas, affecting their ability to remember, think, and speak. Doctors typically use the word dementia to describe symptoms such as memory loss, confusion, and problems with speech and understanding that get worse over time. The problems with the memory are increasing forgetfulness, difficulty retaining new information, getting lost in places that used to be familiar, struggling with names, misplacing things frequently. After memory, the next thing that falters is cognitive ability. That is difficulty understanding time and place. For example, getting up in the middle of the night to go to work, even if they are retired from work. Difficulty with shopping, struggle to choose what to buy and how much to pay for the items bought. Struggling with decision making and reasoning. Loss of interest in activities they used to enjoy. Restlessness, for example, pacing, fidgeting, and trying to leave the house. Then the third one is communication. That is struggling to find the right words to express, repeating themselves often, difficulty making and following conversations, difficulty reading and writing, becoming quieter and more withdrawn, loss of interest in socializing, loss of confidence, then changes in personality and behavior, and it can be also mood swings, anxiety, and depression. Although dementia has a common set of symptoms, each type presents itself differently, and people may have some or all of the symptoms. They may also have more than one type of dementia called mixed dementia, with symptoms of each type. The big question you might be interested in to know the answer of: can we reduce the risk of dementia or delay its impact? The short answer is yes, and at the same time no. Unfortunately, there are some risk factors we can't change. Number one, age. The majority of the people who get diagnosed with dementia are over the age of 65. Above this age, a person's risk of developing Alzheimer's disease or vascular dementia doubles roughly every 5 years. Over the age of 80, there is 1 in 6 chance of developing dementia. Number 2 is gender. More women are affected by dementia than men. Worldwide, the women to men ratio is 2 to 1, twice as many women over the age of 65 are diagnosed with Alzheimer's than men, whereas vascular dementia is diagnosed in slightly more men than women. Then number 3 is genetics. In rare cases, Alzheimer's disease can be passed from one generation to another. This type of dementia usually affects people under the age of 65. Then number 4 is ethnicity. Certain ethnic groups appear to be at higher risk of dementia than others. For example, South Asian and African or African Caribbean people seem to develop dementia more often than white Europeans. Specific risk factors such as stroke, diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease, as well as differences in diet, smoking, exercise, and genes are to blame. Finally, let's look at the brighter side, the prevention. However, although getting older is undeniably the biggest risk factor for dementia, research suggests up to 1 in 3 cases of dementia are preventable. The risk factors that can play a role are diabetes, hypertension, lack of exercise, obesity, poor health, then smoking, alcohol intake, and surprisingly, low educational attainment is also linked to dementia. Some ways to reduce these risk factors are: have regular health care checks with your GP. If you have a long-term condition like diabetes or thyroid problems, it is essential to keep it well managed. Keep an eye on your blood pressure, weight, and cholesterol levels too. Understanding what your prescribed medication is for and ensuring that you take the right dose and that you have regular reviews with your GP. Seeking support with your diet and monitoring of weight loss if your weight has changed over the years, to ensure you are eating healthily and the weight loss is maintained. Today's topic is the first part of the 6-part dementia series. Rather than covering all types of dementia in one video, I have divided this into 6 individual parts so you can watch the one you are interested in.